I'm back. It's good to see you guys. Sorry about the gap. I had an awful lot going on, so when we finished up that Ulysses series, I had a lot of catching up to do. I had some big work projects come through, a lot of other stuff. So anyway, what's important is we can get back on track with our new series on the humanities. And I want to kick this series off with a very special book. So I hope you watch this whole video. I'd love to hear your comments, and if you decide to get this book, I'd like to hear your experience with it, and if you've already experienced it, I would love to hear what your thoughts on this book are all about. So looking ahead, we're going to do these humanities videos about books. I want to also get in some music and other arts, so we're going to explore a lot of different humanities topics with the idea that the humanities make us human. Okay, so it's good to see you again. I'd love to hear from you anytime, of course. So let's get started and see what today's book is and what I have to say about it, and then I'd like to hear what you have to say. So today I'm recommending a book. Now, how am I going to choose books to recommend? I'm not going to just read a book and say, wow, that was great. That really held my interest. I like it to be a quality book, not just a good story, but something that has some meaning and some quality. So I don't want to do a bunch of stuff on today's bestsellers or that kind of thing, unless they're rather deep and bring us some thought. And today's book certainly does that. And that book is Mouse. So I'm going to put an image of the cover here. So here's the book. Now let me give you a little background on this book. This is based on interviews that Art Spiegelman conducted with his father in the very late 70s and into the 80s. He interviewed his father about his Holocaust experience. And his father also had some personality quirks that, kind of, you could say maybe they were a little edgy, or maybe old people, they bug us, little habits they have. And so he gets into a bit of that with his father, some of his father's personality quirks. And we see that some of these quirks are rooted in the father's experience in the Holocaust. So if you've never experienced a good quality graphic novel, not a basic off-the-shelf comic book, even though there is quality there, and I think those need to be explored also. But this particular book is a very, very high quality graphic novel. It's in classic status. When you look up the 100 greatest books of the last century, Mouse is going to appear on just about everybody's list, and it often shows up as a novel and a graphic novel. It tends to dominate two categories. It is probably the best of the best. It's available in 2 volumes. Now, I would recommend that when you buy it, you buy volume 1 and 2 as a paperback set. Get them together. You'll save some money, and I can assure you the second you finish volume 1, you're going to want to go to volume 2. So you might as well just get them both. It's worth doing. There's a lot going on here. We have really 2 stories. There's the Holocaust story, which is overlaid by the personality stuff that is going on with Dad. Wonderfully done. The illustrations are fantastic, and the idea behind it is really great. So we see characters portrayed as different animals. I don't want to give away too much, but I do want to recommend that you explore this book. The writing, the story, the illustrations, the whole presentation, superb. So in closing, let me just say that this book is worthy of a humanities study. It's a very easy read. You'll zip right through it. It is very impactful. It will stay with you. So many books, I look at, I have 3,000 books in my brain here, and I'll look back at my list, and sometimes I think, what was that even about? I can't even remember. I see the title, and then, oh yeah, that was that thing about. This book will stay with you, and believe me, you'll remember it. So I highly recommend it. Mouse, Art Spiegelman. Love your comments. If you've already experienced this book, I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you're going to go out and get it and read it, I'd like to hear your thoughts there. I think it's available as a Kindle book, but I think Kindle would really mess it up, so I would highly recommend just ordering the books. So, thanks. Great to see you again, and I look forward to producing a lot more of these videos soon. Thank you.